Hola mis queridos, ¿cómo estás? Me llamo Alicia. Hello my kittens, how are you? My name is Allison, and today we're playing Murder She Wrote's Book 4, Secrets and Ashes. Now before I go into the plots of Secrets and Ashes, I actually do want to talk about a few things, and hopefully I can get all that done before the 10-minute marker hits, because seriously, we have a lot of chapters to go through in this particular video. I want to get more than the average amount done. Because I think we only went through like what? I think 5 or 6 in the previous episode. Because I know we went through. There's going to be no music for a moment, and it was chapters 3 through 6. Yeah, we only got through 3. Well, 2 technically. No, 3 technically. We started 6. Anyway, I want to let you all know that Murder She Wrote is actually based off a TV series, and eventually it became a book series as well. And the book series was actually written by the author that is in the show, which is Jessica Fletcher. And I actually did some research just because like I knew about the history of the main character, which is Jessica Fletcher, and that is our main character in the game as well. And because I needed a refresher, I couldn't remember all the details of her character, of her person, and I was kind of right. So Jessica Fletcher is. There's going to be no music for a second. Jessica Fletcher is an amateur detective basically, and she's also a mystery writer. Her maiden name is McGill. I think she's a widowed and retired English teacher. I had forgotten she was a teacher. She becomes a successful murder mystery writer. It doesn't say murder mystery, but I'm fairly certain it's murder mystery just because of how many freaking murder episodes there are in the show. And despite fame and fortune, Jessica remains a resident of Cabot Cove, a small coastal community in Maine, and maintains her links with all of her old friends and never letting her success go to her head, which I super love. This is like our this is like our realistic Nancy Drew, which I super love. And I know my opinions don't always matter, but I just, the fact that this is a realistic Nancy Drew just boggles my mind, and I never realized that until this year. I'm like, why did I never see this? Okay, so I want to let you all know that they did not actually, Legacy Interactive, the people who made this game, they did not use the actual actors that are from the show. They decided to use actors who were able to take the likeness of those actors. So they managed to get Phoebe Moyer, who does the voice of Jessica Fletcher, and Jessica Fletcher in the show was Angela Lansbury. And Sheriff Mort Metzger in the show, that was Ron Masick, but in the game we have Roger L. Jackson. And Dr. Seth Hazlitt, which I'm not very fond of, whom I'm not very fond of. In the show, he was played by William Wyndham, but here in the game it is Gavin Hammond. And there's also another sheriff. His name is Sheriff Ashmont. For some reason, his first name isn't put in. I guess we don't learn it in the show, but or I think, actually, I don't think he was in the show because it doesn't say a likeness. But in the game, he is played by Andrew Chaikin. By the way, please F's in the comments below. I recently found out that Chadwick Boseman, the legendary Black Panther, died recently of colon cancer. Rest in peace, buddy. We're gonna miss you. It is sad that I am sad that happened. I wish it was fake news, but I don't think it is. Ugh! And for all of you that are curious, this game was released on November 12th, 2009. Yeah. And I think that might be about it. The game was made by Legacy Interactive and published by Focus Multimedia. And I think that's about it of what I can tell you right now. I did change the volume a little bit so you can hear not just the music but also the voices. That is one flaw of this particular game, and I hope they fix that in the sequel. I know they made a sequel to the game, but with this particular game, the voices are linked with the music audio, which is technically not a good thing to do, because you really don't want the music to be louder than the voices, but you don't want the voices to be louder than the music, and to have an unbalanced match of the two linked is just not fair. But then again, like, I don't think there is any music when they talk, so I mean, this is my opinion here, of like what's going on with this game as far as the audio goes. But hey, I think that's about it what I'm going to be able to talk about. There is one more thing though that I do want to say, is that if anything in this video does not look familiar, it is because you have not been keeping up. Please check the description box below. There's a previous video as well as the playlist. I recommend the playlist because it will have everything that I've done so far with Murder, She Wrote, Book 4, and actually you can check my channel because it will have all the other 3 books in a Murder, She Wrote section that I put in. I love that I did that. Alright, we've already solved all 3, and to let you all know, like, if you're just now tuning in and you don't know the method of the gameplay of this particular series, it is that you are actually timed, which I don't know if you're fond of that, but I kind of am. It lets me know like how long I've been playing. You're only told of this though like once you finish the book, and I gotta tell you, I don't know if it tells you when you choose timed. I guess I don't know. But I do know that if you choose a skip button on one of the puzzles, on one of the minigame puzzles, it actually takes a 30-minute addition to your time. That is why this one is a little bit longer. Of course, you're probably noticing how short of a time it took me to play these 3 books. It's because I skipped all the dialogue. Yikes. Alright, so Secrets and Ashes is actually about it's actually about Jessica trying to find a missing person, technically. Not to mention help out a grieving brother as well as a grieving fiance. And at the same time, you're also trying to sort out what is going on with the property of the missing person, because that property is supposed to be being donated to a library, if memory serves me right. And I personally do not like that. I don't think they're doing this illegally. I don't think they're doing this the legal path. I could be wrong on that though. Please comment down below if I have that wrong. Alright, let's get into the game. Alrighty dighty, so let's go ahead and look at the notes. I believe I could start from the beginning of the book, but I'm just going to start with chapter 3, considering that is where we started with the previous video. Yeah, okay. Chapter 3, Susan's home was in terrible disrepair, and it appeared as though someone has removed some of the fixtures. Someone has dismantled the chandelier, and her fireplace had some tiles missing from it as well. Oh, that's right. I found an ashtray with 2 kinds of cigarette butts, Westminster's and another I couldn't make out. Must remember to ask Vern if Susan smoked. And she did. As well as a list of antiques compiled by Chris Lamar of Cove Side Antiques. And I actually did learn, where'd I put that? I actually did learn that I forgot what I said exactly, but certain antique dealers do not like their galleries being called stores. At least a certain amount of antique dealers. They're called antique galleries. And oddly enough, there are actually a couple of other terms for antique dealers. There's antique collector, antiquarian. I honestly, I think I like antiquarian better. uh, Chapter 4, Cove Side Antiques. Chris explained that he inventoried Susan's antiques before she disappeared because he was hoping to buy them when she sold the house. He said a home inspection report had been ordered by William Forrest because Chris was interested in buying the property as well. How can a bricked up fireplace be drafty? She knows this. Why? He's... That clue is just oddly placed. He smoked Westminsters up until a year ago. Were the butts his? Doubt it. Because we were told that Susan smoked Westminsters as well. I also found several ceramic tiles from Susan's fireplace, which he claimed she had sold him before she disappeared. He didn't get along with Susan, but I don't see a motive for murder at this point. Why do you think it's murder already? We haven't found her body. Chapter 5. William appeared to be having some success with several properties and development permits underway and good relations with city officials. Susan apparently backed out of her deal with him quite suddenly, but he claimed he didn't know why. Maybe Vern does? The fireplace was open when the inspection was done, so William assumed it was bricked up to address the problems that were discovered in the report. He doesn't smoke cigarettes. I'm suspicious of at least one person. And I am suspicious of the fireplace. I found it's chapter 6, Vern's hardware. Yeah. I found a letter Susan had written to Vern stating that she was canceling the sale of her home because everybody was after her treasure, but she never said what this treasure is. There was also a photo of Susan standing in front of her bookcases. A clue? Vern revealed that Susan smoked Westminsters. There it is. So I'm assuming those butts in the ashtray were hers and not belonging to Chris. What about the other cigarettes? Thank you. Alright, so I'm assuming exploring Susan's house one more time will probably give us more clues. I've talked way too much. Let's get into the game.
Based on that photo, it looks like Susan was standing here in the living room over by those bookshelves.
Alrighty, Daddy. This particular hidden object is actually a pretty interesting one. You can look for the keys that fit the typewriter, and if you're not familiar with if you don't know what a typewriter is, you are in the wrong generation. We're looking for the Y just because. But I guess it doesn't really matter just because we're looking for film roll, 30 of them. It looks like Susan certainly left behind an awful lot of film. I assume she had a camera then. And maybe we can get these photos developed. Boing. Boing. There's 2 cameras. What the butts? There's 2 more. Where are the last 2? I'm not entirely seeing it. Them. There's one. I'm wondering if I can find the Y before finding that last piece. Oh no. Hang on a second, guys. Oh, nope. Trying to mute. Okay. I am back. I had forgotten about something on my iPad. Alright. Oh, there's the Y, and there's the last film. Booyah.
I'll have all this film delivered to Vern's hardware. I hope that Vern will be able to recognize something in the photos.
Oh, were they already developed? I thought film reels could be harmed in the
Vern,
light.
did the photos happen to arrive yet?
They did, but a customer left the door open and the wind scattered them everywhere.
Aww.
Oh dear. Let me help you gather them up.
Woo-wee, look at all those photos. Let's see if we can find all the letters. And the reason why you can find those letters is so that it fills up the words that are in the task list. The list of items that you need to find. Boink. Alright, we found all of them. Bum, bum. I think we might be able to find all of them, right? Whoops. Bum, bum. Yeah, bum, 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 bum. Alright, we're just missing 2, right? There's that one. And then... where could the last one be? Where could the last one be? I am Jose Jalapeno. I really don't want to use a hint this time. Come on, really? It should be plainly obvious. And I'm sure it is pretty obvious. But I'm not seeing it. Oh, yeah, that is kind of obvious. Oh, and now we have to sort through them, don't we? No, we don't. Okay. There's something peculiar about this particular photo of Susan.
Thanks, Jessica. Do any stand out to you?
The date stamp shows that this was taken just a few days before your sister disappeared.
See the way she's standing? It's like she's pointing down at something.
Yes, but there's nothing in the foreground to indicate what she's pointing at. About the fireplace. It's not bricked up in the photo, but it is now. When exactly was that done?
I don't recall. Susan never used the fireplace. She was tight with money, and she always said that too much heat was lost up the chimney with fireplaces.
So she bricked it up to fight the draft?
That's what I assumed.
Since the fireplace isn't bricked up in the photo, and Susan disappeared just a few days later, it's likely it was bricked up at or after the time of her disappearance.
You think?
Sheriff, I'm dreadfully afraid I know what we'll find when we break down those bricks.
Dun dun dun!
Oh my God!
It's impossible to say who it is, but the smart money's on Susan Gander.
You
She
think?
never did leave town. She's been in here the whole time.
I'm afraid so, Vern.
There's damage to the skull. Looks like blunt force trauma. We got ourselves a crime scene now.
So, if there's blunt force trauma, that means it's possible she was either knocked out and then put in the fireplace while it was still lit. Or, wait, no, she never used the fireplace. Or it could be that she was already dead and the person bricked it up. I guess we'll never know. Alright. Well, not that we'll never know, but... why? Because... just because. We are looking for the E. There it is. tracker soldier. Come to me. Yoink. The fishy and the ducky and the dun dun. Frog? We can't pick up the Eiffel Tower. Alright. We actually fixed the TV. Looks connected, now I just need to find a videotape. Interesting. Interesting. Hourglass. Fish, duck. There's a duck. So we actually do find a video case. Okay. Video cassette. There's a video cassette. I hate these VCRs. Something's wrong with the picture. I think I see Chris from the antique store and William, the real estate agent. Let's see if we can fix this. Select the knobs to adjust portions of the image until the image is complete. Of course. There we go.
Hey, it's fine with me. As soon as the ink's dry on the contract, you can take out whatever you want. The furniture, building materials, everything.
Interesting.
I can't even guess at the value of all that. The chandelier is probably worth a couple grand all by itself.
Thought
Do you
so.
want me to have someone interested in this stuff?
A contractor down in Portland already offered to buy whatever I can recover before you tear it down.
Well,
Oh,
you're
boy.
both welcome to it.
What are you doing with the land?
I've got plans for some high-end condos. They'll sell like hotcakes. I'm in it pretty deep now, but I figure I'll have
Seriously?
my investment back in less than 2 years.
To our good fortune.
Jerks. They're all jerks. Scissors. There's a microphone in here? Where? I do not remember the microphone. Bum, bum, ba-da-da-da-dun, if there is a microphone, let me sing into it. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Wait, there's a teapot? Angela Lansbury, is that you? Oh, no, it's a different color one. Fish. I swear. Is that not the fish? Come on. Suitcase. How have we not found the suitcase? It should have been freaking... Oh, it's right there. Someone went through some trouble to make it seem as though Susan voluntarily left Cabot Cove on a trip. But whoever it was, they were in a hurry. These things didn't burn completely. Yeah. Looks like. Oh, there's the fish. We just need the wallet so that we can use the final hint. We're getting about close to the end of the video. There's a microphone. And let's just go ahead and use that last hint. Where's that tape? Where's that film? Yoink. I never would have guessed that was a wallet. Her driver's license is here, but no money. You don't suppose the motive was robbery, do you? Dude, seriously? I think it's highly unlikely.
The date stamp on the videotape shows it was recorded 6 days before Susan disappeared.
Seriously?
I doubt that William was aware that Susan was taping his conversation with Chris.
Yeah, but he's about to find out all about it.
I'm betting that was the treasure. I'm actually checking what chapter we're on now, and that is 9. how timely is that we're stopping on 9? Okay, we're gonna save and exit here. Alright, everyone. That is Murder, She Wrote, Book 4, Secrets and Ashes. Woo! 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 As you can tell, it has turned into a murder mystery. I called it. Of course, I kind of already knew, considering I played this back in December. And I'm saying I played this back in December because I decided to play the whole all the remaining 2 books in my free time while I was staying at my mom's. I think it was pet sitting. I think also I just took the rest of the month off because of Christmas and the deadlines were getting to me. Alright, I believe that is going to be it, everyone. I've already talked about the show, which is pretty awesome. There is a book series, I did mention that, and the book series is basically the same name, I believe, Murder, She Wrote. And oddly enough, it actually is using a nom de plume, a fake name, which is the author's name from the show, Jessica Fletcher. I do believe the ghostwriters of the series, though, are actually getting credit to writing these books, whereas Nancy Drew, I don't think you can find their names easy. I mean, I'm sure you can now, but I know in the older books you couldn't. In fact, I think in the original series, I don't think any of the ghostwriters' names were in it. It just would have Carolyn Keene on there. Yikes. Anywho, I'm not going to talk about Nancy Drew in a Murder, She Wrote video. That would be rude. But like I said, I think that's going to be a bit it, and I think I'm going to go ahead and bid you all adieu. Hang on a second while I fix a few things. That's not what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, I should have left that there. Anyway, I love you all, my beautiful kittens and viewers. I hope I helped you out at least a little bit in this video. If not, I'm not doing my job. And I hope I helped you out. Jeez, did I just repeat that? Jeez. I hope you all enjoy this video as well. If so, smash that like button like a kitten would. And if you're just now tuning into this channel and you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that ugly red subscribe button. Make it that beautiful gray, as well as that bell icon right next to it. That'll notify you of all the videos that I do, which are on Wednesdays 6 p.m. Central and Sundays 4:30 p.m. Central. I hope you all have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. I am Sweet Rescue Rabbit, saying goodbye. Stay awesome and stay on YouTube! Booyah! Finally got that done on time.